Okay, so the first thing we should do is turn on visibility for the trim elements folder and click that, and everything is visible right now. And so then I'm going to just go ahead and select this element right there and turn off everything that I'm not going to use within that folder. All right, there we are. Now, this is element I call the spine. It's sort of a snake-like looking tread that I modeled in just with the direct modeling tools. Pretty easy. Then I'm going to select this, hold down the Shift key and select the tooling blank, so both of those are selected. And I'm going to go ahead and just use use an additive trim on this one. Okay. Now, with just this center spine selected, I'm going to, hit the move tool. And I'm just going to move that so it intersects with the tooling blank there. And notice that I have deferred update on, so it will take a second to update as I move this. So yeah, that's pretty close. Now you'll notice that the mesh turned white on me, which means it's no longer an airtight mesh. But I'm going to keep moving it down a little bit at a time and see if it resolves itself. And yeah, that looks like it did it. Now I'm going to turn on the visibility for this object here, the tri-tread group, which is the treads at the front of the shoe. I'm going to do the same thing. This time I think I'm just going to drag it and drop it on top of this Fusion, the tooling blank, and I'm going to apply that as a primary as well. And then I'm going to move that in item mode, and let's just go ahead and move that right about down to there. Now you'll notice that we have different heights on these treads, and I'm not worried about that because one of the final things that we're going to do is we're going to trim everything to be an equal height. Okay, so the next one, let's do the side pad next, which is this guy here. And that too is going to be an additive to this guy. And just click on that, click on it, hit the move tool. And I'm just going to move that in place right about there. And you can see that this is pretty much an organic process. You're not committed to any one location, any one place. And all of these different elements stay live throughout the modeling process with Mesh Fusion. And yeah, I like that. Maybe out a little bit. And yeah, so you can adjust it to your heart's content. Next thing I want to do is go ahead and make that little inset that I had on the design here. And I'm going to make that happen with the new embossing feature in Mesh Fusion. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the spline that I use for that, which is right here. You can see that guy. Okay, so with that selected, I'll just hold down the Shift key and select the tooling blank and go over here to apply strips, surface strips. Click that, and there we go. Now we have the surface strip, but I have to do a couple of things first here. So with this side cutout emboss active as a trim item, I'm going to go down here, surface rows, set that to 1 or 2. Oh, actually, yeah, that works. And let's see. Now we also have to set enable emboss down here at the bottom, right there. And there we go. And I think that's all I need to do for that. Now I'll go down here and I'm going to set the inward piece here at a 1 millimeter. Yep, excuse me, -1 millimeter, not 1, -1 millimeter. There we go. And I'm also going to set the middle, same number, -1 millimeter. And there we go. Now I can choose to add maybe a preset to this to make it maybe a little more attractive. So where it says apply custom embossing preset, I'm going to go to two-sided soft. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. And there we go. We're almost there.